With that said, I'm going to introduce Mike McCarron. We and friends know him as Ace. He is an industry titan and one of the best moderators and MCs you will take part in. He's been all across the country. Huge supporter of Red Seal, huge supporter of doing things right in the industry. Ran an amazing carrier for a lot of years. We're lucky to have Mike here. Thanks, Mike McCarron.
I really get excited. I've done a lot of work with PTTAC in the past. It's very exciting to me because this room gets it. And it's incredible to me the conversations I've had with great friends and peers in the business that don't get it. And so I'm always encouraged by this group because I really feel it's incredible the work that you've done so far. And, you know, I've said it to many people. To me, everything else in this business is noise, just noise. Without Red Seal, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. So I believe in it. I love what you're doing, and thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be working with this group of insurance experts because I know nothing about insurance. So this will be a great learning experience. And what I'm going to do, just to make it simple, I'm just going to have them self-introduce themselves, and we'll get started, okay? Gentlemen, why don't you go ahead?
Good morning. Thanks for having me and putting this together. It's Scott Kober, BFL Canada. My role is National Transportation Practice Leader. I've been in insurance 35 years. Took it in school. Don't ask me why. I'm a Hamiltonian by trade. Don't hold that against me. But pleasure to be here. And my background is long-haul trucking for the past 20 years. In the past 10 years, really have an affinity for analytics, telematics, and how we can change the insurance model with the usage-based insurance. And I'll pass it on to Andrew here.
Thanks, Scott. I'm Andrew Stacey. Go Flames Go, because I'm from Calgary. I just had to add that in, having Edmonton here with me today. I'm with Aviva Insurance. I've been there for the past 9 years, so I'm the fleet safety specialist. I'm national, so I look after all our complex risks across Canada, well across North America. And 36, we'll just leave it at 36. The beard says maybe different. 36 years in the trucking industry. Started off as a driver, an instructor in Alberta, and then worked my way up into transportation safety, and I'm here today doing this. Pass it over to you.
Thanks, Andrew. My name is Scott Creighton. I am the National Director for Risk Services Commercial Solutions for Northbridge Insurance. So I oversee all the field staff that goes out and sees our lovely fleets that we insure. I've been with Northbridge 18 years now. Prior to that, I was 18 years at an oversized carrier as a driver, operations, and then safety and compliance, where I also was a DCP member or a signing authority, I guess. And I say that because I'm also on my spare time, a captain with the Township of Brock Volunteer Fire Department. And again, because of that, I'm still a signing authority there, and I'm their driver trainer. So this is a very passionate thing for me when it comes to safety on the road and this getting better drivers qualified on the road. So thank you.
Thanks, Scott. I'm Jamie Baudouin, the Senior Risk Control Consultant for Intact Insurance. Similar to many of my co-panelists, I've been a driver. I've taught people how to drive. Been in the safety and compliance world. Now I look at risks. I help our clients kind of understand and just do better. And, I've been passionate about road safety since I got into a truck. I know some of us have had that story of here's the keys and St. Louis is that way. That was kind of my trial by fire as a driver. And as soon as I kind of got into that, I knew my career trajectory would be in some sort of safety capacity.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. Look forward to working with you. Now, I've been meaning to ask this question to insurance people for years, because I remember when I had a fleet and we'd have Old Republic come into our fleet and they'd look at all the drivers and they'd say, this Mike McCarron's got to go. He's got too many demerit points. He's got to go. And my question is the insurance industry used to kind of protect us all. I'm trying to understand today, I'm going to start with you, Scott. How are all these non-compliant carriers getting insurance? I can't get an answer to that question. Like, there's so many clowns out there. Who's underwriting them?
Yeah, so thanks, Mike. That wasn't the question we gave Mike, by the way.
Yeah, I gave him a list of questions. I told him I probably won't answer any of those. So don't get too prepared.
Yeah. So I'm not prepared.
It's good you're on the hot seat.
But you're fast on your feet because I've spoken before.
Yeah,
So
I'll do the broker side, and straight up, it's the ostrich effect. No one's asking because no one probably doesn't want to know. And just like transportation, like driving schools, there's good brokers and there's bad brokers, unfortunately. And some of these bad brokers have teamed with, we'll call it naive capacity of insurance companies. But my straight answer there is I don't think the question's being asked. I think when loss control from insurance comes in, it may not be a deeper dive, but we're in a soft market right now, and we're very lucky because the economy is down, insurance rates are down, unlike our friends in the U.S., which is opposite. But I don't think the insurers are drilling down either.
kind of
I'll let the
answer.
panel.
Yeah, because you kind of didn't answer the question. A bit of a tap dance, pal.
I did. That's why I'm passing on to the.
Pal. Who wants to take a shot at that? Like, there's no recordings. No one's going to
Yeah, I'll take that all day long.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Don't worry, guys. I got this one.
Good, you're good.
Facility association.
Explain, please.
So facility association exists. It's a necessary evil because, as we all know, auto insurance is compulsory in all jurisdictions across Canada. So there has to be some sort of market out there of last resort that has to accept these non-standard risks. So that's kind of where these folks are getting insurance. If they're really at the other end of the spectrum, there's also, on the risk control side, when we evaluate a risk, people lie.
Bingo. Is there any other options than Red Seal to actually make, which I believe is self-policing? Is there any other options that we do have to make the road safer? Because I'm not sure if we can rely on government, all the noise, so I believe this is the only solution. I'm curious what the insurance experts think. If there's any other option to actually, I'm terrified going up to 401. I'm terrified for my grandkids. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, great question. And yeah, there is. I mean, let's go back to facility. You're in jail. You don't have, I'm being negative here, you don't have the right to dictate safety. You're in there for a reason. And to Scott's point,
Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
You out. Exactly. And facility doesn't have an Andrew, Scott, or Jamie to come in and assess
Right.
you. They leave it to the broker. And if the broker isn't risk managed,
The brokers are getting the big commission.
exactly, and you're transactional, you're not risk management.
Right.
Mandate technology. You're in facility, you have a camera. Intact
Right.
does it. You cross the border, there's an endorsement. You have a cloud-based camera. But go one step further. You have drivers with tickets, you get a two-way camera. And I've mentioned this. You're a melt driver. You don't know any better in a nice way. The analogy I've used before, hockey visors, that was mandated in. People freaked out. And then the last old guy retired, everyone had a visor. But the new generation coming in will adapt to technology. They're driving cars. Their parents probably have a camera on them. But I think we need to mandate that side of it. And I'm heavy on technology, but safer roads is monitoring driver behavior and making sure that the fleets are being compliant. And then we can get in Red Seal, but I think you can install technology quicker than we're going to do the Red Seal.
I've often felt that Red Seal was the only way to eliminate driver inc. I've often felt that I don't trust enforcement, the government's, everything's a game of whack-a-mole, you never shut this down. And I can't believe the pushback from large carriers. I've had many conversations with them saying, you're investing in safety, you're investing in telematics, you're doing all the things already, you're bearing these costs. Your competition's not. The people that are hauling the freight broker freight, they're cutting the carrier's grass. They're not. And I keep saying, isn't Red Seal the great differentiator? Doesn't that force your competition to commit to the business, commit to safety? And you're going to drive a lot of them out of the business. And I think it's the ultimate, my goal in all this is safety, the safety of the roads. But ultimately, this also levels the playing field. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Why all the pushback? I got with my friends in business, and you think I'm talking about the plague when I talk about Red Seal. Like, why the pushback? It makes no sense to me.
With the Red Seal, I think as long as it's brought in properly, I'm going to refer back to what Mike Millian was saying about how it can change. how many companies do you know that have, or they're really good, they're asset-based, but they also have a brokerage side, right? So
Well, they always drive rank.
Okay.
I own a freight broker that does too.
It's in it, it's kind of like hand to mouth type thing, right? They will use their trucks and their assets are prime and everything. And then next thing you know, the next guy's on the phone going, I need that cheaper. I need that cheaper. I need that cheaper. I'm going to take the worst driver. Don't worry about it. Yeah, just go. And by the way, don't sleep. Just go, right? And that still happens to this day. So you can't have that.
So it's just so I'm clear, you're saying that you think one of the reasons the big carriers are pushing back is because it'll hurt their freight brokerage divisions?